What's up guys, Sketchy here coming at you with the 12th episode of Sketchy Unscripted. Today I wanted to talk about something that's been on my mind for almost a week now. I was sitting through a lecture in my language and animation class last week, and we were talking about how our tastes and our expectations as viewers and consumers of media evolve over time. We started by watching the trailer for the upcoming Pixar movie, The Good Dinosaur. And after we watched it, the general consensus was that while it was a really captivating trailer, it's something that we come to expect these days from a studio like Pixar. After that, we were shown the Gertie the Dinosaur keyframe animation by Winsor McKay, which was a short animation that didn't have any voices or music or pretty much no sound, and it was all black and white. Naturally, it was a huge contrast to the big Pixar movie that we had just seen not minutes before. But then we were told to think about it from the perspective of people from that era, which was around 1914, 1915. At that point, not only animation, but moving pictures were starting to become a thing, and it was something that the people of that era hadn't seen before. So imagine how they must have felt seeing something like that for the first time. The whole point of the lecture was that as time goes on and the means of making films and the technology that we use to make those films evolves, our tastes and expectations evolve along with them. We were then given even more examples, like imagine being in 1995 seeing Toy Story for the first time, which was the first computer animated feature-length film. Imagine being someone who just got a Nintendo 64 and seeing fully 3D graphics for the first time. Or imagine seeing a film with a gigantic animal character and all this time you thought it was a costume only to find out that it was all made with computers. And this evolution of taste and expectations not only happens on the visual standpoint, but from a storytelling standpoint as well. Take the ending of Legend of Korra for example. I know it was a very divisive ending, a lot of people hated it, a lot of people loved it. But regardless of how you feel about the ending, you can't deny the fact that it was one of the first, if not the first times, that a cartoon aimed at a younger audience addressed a same-sex couple. Kids' cartoons from the early days wouldn't even have dared to touch that topic. Another example would be the Flintstones, which was not only the first cartoon, but also the first TV show period to show a husband and wife sleeping in the same bed on screen. Now, of course, there are some periods in time where our progression slumps a little bit, and most recently it was around 2005 to 2010, but now if you look collectively across our entire history of television and animation, we have been steadily progressing, and that can be attributed to not only changes in technology, but changes in society. What could be looked at with indifference in 1960 could be frowned upon in 2015, and it works the other way around as well. There are some that say that current television has gotten too PC and we're being too sensitive, while others say that we have been really progressive with the content that we put on TV. And in a way, they're both right. Because again, as society and technology changes, we change, and our perception of media changes. And we can almost see a form of natural selection taking place, where the stories and media that are adapting to our increasing tastes are well received, while the ones that stay behind and don't adapt are poorly received. Whether or not that's a good thing depends on your perception of how our tastes are evolving. So now I want to hear what you guys think about this. Do you think our tastes and expectations are changing? And if so, do you think that they're for the better or for the worse? I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Sketchy Unscripted. Feel free to leave your thoughts below in the comments, and until next time, keep it sketchy, folks.